is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you slap a like on this for me. I took a few days to digest this and report on it later. And yes, Jay-Z is coming at Drake on DJ Khaled's new song, I Got the Keys. And he's basically responding to Drake's line on Summer 16 where he says, I used to want to sign to Rockefeller, then I became Jay. Now, Drake has looked up to Jay-Z his whole career, and now he's kind of feels like he's at that level where he's looking straight at Jay in the eye, and he can go back and forth with them. These two have been taking jabs at each other for the past few years. Actually, Jay-Z responded to Drake on Khaled's last single, They Don't Love You No More, if you don't remember that. So where did this all begin? Well, Drake obviously, like I said, felt like he could compete with Jay-Z at this point. You know, he's at the top of his game. So he took a jab at Jay-Z one time by saying, just in an interview, Jay-Z, he's just talking about art. Like, it's kind of corny. He thought it was corny. So Jay-Z responded to him in a rap. He said, sorry, Miss Drizzy, for so much art talk, silly me rapping about shit that I really bought, while these rappers rap about guns that they ain't shot and a bunch of silly shit they ain't got. That was dope because, Jay-Z just was saying, I'm rapping about my real life. What do you want me to do? Fake it and live in the past or live in the present, So then I guess during a Raptors game or something, somebody asked Drake something.
Jay-Z somewhere eating a fondue plate.
It was like a Raptors-Nets game or something. And then Jay-Z heard that, fired back on They Don't Love You No More with Khaled and said, haters want a ball. Let me tighten up my drawstring. Wrong sports boy. You soft as a lacrosse team. And that was back in 2014. And I like this because these guys, it seemed, like Drake really proved last year with the Meek battle that he can really battle and he can really step his bars game up. I don't care whether you guys say someone else is writing it or he's not writing it. It doesn't matter. It still stands up. And even Joe Budden said that, and that's a lyricist. He said it doesn't matter. Whoever's writing it, it's dope. And he believes that Drake's actually writing his battle bars. So basically, Summer 16 comes about, and he says that line, I used to want to sign to Rockefeller because he always looked up to Jay-Z his whole life. And that's who he wanted to become, and now he's finally becoming Jay-Z. And then he said, but then I became Jay. So he's feeling like he's Jay-Z now. And kind of is, in a way. I mean, don't get me wrong. Jay-Z's still way, 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 way beyond Drake. But, maybe like a 2000 Jay-Z, 2002, top of the game, top of the lyrical game, hanging in there for good 5 solid years. So he's not 2016 Jay-Z, but maybe like 2002 Jay-Z. Well, let's give him that. What happened next was very interesting and almost like a mind game that Jay-Z's playing with Drake. Drake sent a song to Kanye for Pop Style. And then it comes back with Kanye vocals with like a bar or two Jay-Z in between the Drake and the Kanye vocals. And it's like, what the hell? Because Drake said, I didn't even ask for Jay-Z to get on the song. He just did it. And it's almost like mind fucking Drake. And he knew he couldn't use that. And even in the Zane Lowe interview, he said, I decided to go with my version for the album because things were getting held up. Basically, those things weren't going to get cleared. But, it was like a mind fuck. And still, Jay-Z's also smart. He knows what to use to help him stay hot. Not that Jay-Z needs it, but it's good to be associated with things that are hot at the moment. Like, look at when Kendrick Lamar was hot. He got on that. Even most recently, All the Way Up with Remy Martin and Fat Joe. He gets on certain things that are hot, at the moment. And he knows when to get on things. He's a smart guy. And we all probably wish, I know I wish I could be that forward thinking. So then Jay-Z took an opportunity on another DJ Khaled song. And he took a chance. He took his shot back at Drake. He said, the first line he said was, dude's always asking me the key. Till you own your own, you can't be free. Basically saying, hey, I'm signed to myself. You're still signed to Cash Money. So you are not me until you are free, putting out your own stuff, OVO / just straight up distribution with Universal. Till you're on your own, you can't be me. So he's clearly saying, hey, you're not me yet. You're probably on the right path, but you still got to take that next step to become me. And he said, how we still slaves in 2016. That can mean a lot of things. It could also be a little bit about Drake, saying, hey, you're still signed to a label. You're not your own man yet. Then he says, real life, I'm like Hove. Real life, I'm life goals. In real life, they're like me. In real life, I'm like, no. So basically he's saying, yo, you're not me. This is very reminiscent of like a Nas and Jay-Z battle in a way. I mean, not at that level, because those two are just lyrical gods. But, that whole thing warmed up for a while, the Nas and Jay-Z thing. There was a taking jabs back and forth for a few years, and then it just, boom, it hit like early 2000, and then they had the Ether. And to me, Nas won that, but, that's up for debate. But anyways, just address this, and let's see. Drake's got to come back now, and he's got to write. Drake's got a lot of things on his plate now. He's got Meek nipping at his heels, which isn't really anything to him anymore because he already destroyed him, ethered him. Now he's got Joe Budden, who's kind of a challenge, and that's someone he also looked up to, and he's got Jay-Z. I'm thinking he's going to go full-fledged with the Jay-Z thing. And this will be interesting summer if that takes off. I hope so. Well, this is Jordan Tower with JT News, reporting as much news as possible.